Let's get to it.
Tip conversation is the audacity to treat the service bad and not tip.
Then they said you gave great service at the end of the night. The bill, $400. The tip, $2.
I've been in this industry for quite some time. I used to serve, bartend back in New York, all over.
You know what's so sad about this black people don't tip conversation is the audacity to treat the service bad and not tip.
Then they said you gave great service at the end of the night. The bill, $400. The tip, $2.
I've been in this industry for quite some time. I used to serve, bartend back in New York, all over. All groups don't tip.
Welcome back, you guys. It's Tiffany Rose. Today we're talking about black people don't tip. Now, this going around all on the internet that black people don't tip. Blake, I don't know who y'all talking about because I tip. I always tip 10 plus. I can tip you $10 on a $20 meal, which we ain't got no meals for $20. I'm just saying. I always tip, so you ain't talking about me. Let's get that straight right now. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to let you know why I tip so much, and I tip all the time. But enough about me. Let's get into the videos of these people and what they got going on and why people think black folks don't tip. Let's get to it.
So I was reading some comments under a few of my videos recently, and it went along the lines of your kind is the ones, to not tip 900 times out of 10. You blacks don't know how to tip. That's a black for you. Just a lot of comments negatively relating to tipping and black people. I've been in this industry for quite some time. I used to serve, bartend back in New York, all over. All groups don't tip. I feel like there's been a heavy stereotype placed over the black community when it comes to tipping. And a lot of times, you servers, bartenders, you guys go into your tables, these situations with this preconceived idea that someone's not going to tip you based off their skin color, and you don't realize how that actually might negatively affect how you take care of the table, which then affects your actual tip. You might think you're not doing anything, but your thought process, the things that you're thinking, is affecting how you actually take care of the guest. Opposed to someone else, you look at them and you think, oh, because they're not black, oh, they're going to tip me, whatever. You act differently. For example, I posted a video to my Instagram a couple months ago around my birthday. My friends and I, literally, the video was just this. We were just walking into a restaurant. It's a bunch of black people walking into a restaurant. One of my friends wasn't black in the video, but comments started coming in saying, oh, make sure y'all tip also because y'all never tip. You don't even know us. Y'all don't even know us. Y'all are looking at a video of people just walking into a restaurant, and you automatically assume that we don't know how to tip or we don't tip. That's not cool. So
I don't know. I never worked a server job before where it was tip based. I think I did. I worked at Sonic, and I don't remember them tipping like that. I don't know. I wasn't there long because I lied on my application, and I wasn't even 16. I was like 15, and they fired me like in 2 weeks when HR found out. It was like, girl, get out of here and come back on your birthday. The manager was so nice. He was like, his name was Paul, man. It was a white guy named Paul. He was like, okay, so HR found out you're not 16 and I'm gonna have to let you go. He was so nice about it. But I tried to get that check, boy. I was like, my birthday in like 8 months, man. Maybe they won't notice, because this is back when we was doing paper applications. So with the paper applications, it was a while before they caught it, and I thought my little young butt thought I was gonna be under the radar and get this job and nobody knows. Until later on they got to calculate that birthday and say, you don't get that child up out of here talking about Sonics. But yes, my first job was Sonic, and I was like so not old enough to work. But yeah, I tip, man. So I don't know. I don't know what everybody else do. I hope y'all ain't doing them folks like that, man. That's somebody kid out there working, trying to pay for their ride and their car and stuff. And you go sit down at the table and expect service. If you're gonna expect some service, tip your waiter. We've been talking about this for so long. And if you don't get a tip, people can do what they want to do. It's their money. So you got to weigh them options when you go take on a job like that. And if it's not for you and you feel so disrespected, I done sat here and brung that lady tea 7 times. And she had like I just then walk back and forth and get sauce. This is such disrespect. If you feel disrespected, you might want to get up out of the serving business. It ain't for everybody. Gotta have that thick skin and know, hey, I know how to get these tips. And when I get them, it's good. Put it to the bank. When I don't, it's all good. That's on you. That's how you gotta look at it. If you stand, because some people love serving. They do. Same thing with the strippers. You got people that tip a lot. And you got folks that came in there with $40. But they want to see a woman. Oh no. But let's get back to this video.
You know what's so sad about this Black people don't tip conversation is the audacity to treat the service bad and not tip. Y'all, everybody can't be lying. You can't treat people bad, not pay people right, and even be surprised when even your own don't want to be bothered with you. And it's not too much, you know you have it. Stop the money rituals, stop the vision boards, stop the prayer lines. You get what you give. This is just as much a part of abundance as anything else. And I know someone is going to call me old and ugly and a tether, but I've been at this long enough to know that that usually means you know I'm right. And you're too proud to admit it. I mean, treating people right and paying people their due has kind of been our thing. Did we lose the plot somewhere? Or was it other people were supposed to be kind to us? They were supposed to pay us right, but not the other way around? If the older generations did their job, Auntie, Pop, we wouldn't even be having this conversation in 2025.
Black people at restaurants. As a server who has served for the last however long years, I don't want to say Black people don't tip, but I will say Black people are unforgiving. Like from the moment, like it starts in the parking lot, like where they're able to find parking. When they come into the hostess, did the hostess greet them in the way that they wanted to be greeted? Did they have to wait? Okay. Like all those things before you even touch the table determines how it's going to go down with Black people. If you say you don't have something, like I used to work at a restaurant and some of the restaurant chains had alcohol, but our particular restaurant didn't have alcohol. And they just thought that we did. And I said, I'm sorry, man, we don't actually serve alcohol here. That was it for the rest of the day. That was it. They were done. Like, it was nothing I could say. Like, it was done. So I'm like, but I didn't do that though. Like, you just assumed that we had alcohol. Anyways, mind you, we're a breakfast spot, but whatever. So Black people are unforgiving. If the food even takes longer than they think it should take. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Being a server, like, I don't even know how do you explain this to people. Like, if there's 4 steaks on the table, and they compare themselves, but they really compare themselves to white people. So like if a white couple gets their meals before them, like how did they get their meals? Well, that's because the white couple ordered bacon and eggs and grits with a biscuit, and y'all ordered 4 steaks, all well done. Like what the fuck? Like, so you have to know how to operate with Black people. I don't treat them any differently, but what I will say for larger groups of Black people, I run the show. If you're a server, you cannot let Black people run the show. If it's a group of 10 people, who's on the same tab? Because those are the orders I'm taking first. Don't, like, you're not going to tell me we're going to start down here. I'm going to tell you where we're going to start. And you also have to be proactive. Make sure they have everything at the table beforehand. Make sure with those type of tables, I run my food like I'm on it. Anyways, to say all that to say is that it's not that Black people don't tip. It's that.
What y'all think about that? Y'all agree with that? Y'all think Black people are unforgiving when it comes down to tipping? Like, oh, you got to have this, that, and the third. And if you don't have this, that, and the third, the tip ain't going to go right. Who like that? I can say that I'm guilty of being like that, but not like she said. Not like her. Not exactly. Let me explain how I'm like that. I know So I just feel like I'm in holding up. I know I'm finna tip well. So depending on what I'm eating, your tip might be $10, $15, maybe 20, just depending on what's going down. I really go off like how much I'm spending the bill. But I try to keep my minimum at 10 if it's a low order. If it's something like $30, I'm still go tip 10. So that's what I'm saying. So what I do as far as in service, I know that I'm gonna tip you well, and I came here to like have dinner day. I mean, if you bring me my plate and you forget the barbecue sauce, I don't want to sit 15 minutes waiting while my food getting cold and waiting for the barbecue sauce for you to come back over there and ask me, do I need something? So when I have a waiter that's not attentive, I'm not happy. 10 might go to 7. 7 might be 5. Because I'm not, that just irk my nerves. Because like I was just saying earlier, if you're going to be serving, you got to deal with the good and the bad. So everybody that come in the restaurant, you have to have a positive, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt. You can't look at them and say, oh, they black, they ain't going to give us none. That's where you mess up at. That's where you miss out on good things when you do that. When you say, oh, well, you know, they look at them. They look like they just got through doing the yard. They look like they ain't got no money. You better not be thinking like that. Because I don't know how many hundreds of dollars I had in my pocket before. And I just be walking around with some regular shorts and a t-shirt because I'm just running to the stove doing nothing. So I hope you don't think that either. When it come down to this tipping thing, I just give back. I just do what's right. So I sleep good at night. I ain't in that category. I don't go out unless I add that to my bill, like I said. But I do want an attentive server. I don't want no half slack. I might be feeling good that day. Boy, I'm happy with my boo at the table. Everything is chill. And I just want to look at the stars in the sunroof and enjoy the night. So I want my dinner to be right. Now, I'm sitting right here at the table and need a refill for 40 minutes. You just took me out my happy place. Because you're supposed to be on it. Like I said, when a customer come in, you're supposed to put everybody on, benefit of the doubt and ready to do your job because you chose to be a server. So if that's the choice you made, you got to get at 100 with everybody. What 3 people just did before I got there don't got nothing to do with me. So I don't need your momentum to go down because you came in at 2 and I'm here at 9 and it's time for me to eat. I just got here. And if you do me right at the table, I'm going to do you right in your pockets. Because I don't play no game. But I be on some boss stuff. So that's just, you know what I'm saying? I'm on some boss stuff. Take care of people. Make moves. Bless folks. Give knowledge. Help out. Give things. I've always been on a boss status. So that's how I run my life. That's how I do things.
If you are a believer, you're born again, you are called to be a watchman or watchwoman or watch person, doesn't matter. So that means you are someone who's to behold, to look up. You're called to be one who waits on the Lord.